Howdy y'all, and welcome back to I Am Able Because I Am is Able. So I wanted to kind of give you an update as to how I've been since the procedure and what exactly the procedure was and all of that loveliness, because I haven't had a chance yet in the last few weeks. And I know a lot of people have been asking how things are going and what exactly they did in the first place. So first of all, I have several different vertebrae that were, for lack of a better term, damaged, but then damage denotes a much more permanent issue. They were jostled, jarred, badly bruised, hurt in my fall. And so we wanted to kind of address that, because with those vertebrae being hurt, it also messed with the nerves, and there was all this kind of catch-22 stuff going on. So we did a procedure where we addressed 3 vertebrae by doing cortisone shots into either side of those 3 vertebrae. So 6 cortisone shots in one day. Did it hurt is a question I get asked a lot. Really, I don't remember it. I mean, I remember being awake, but I don't remember feeling it at all. Maybe I just had really good medication. I don't know, but I don't remember feeling it. Afterwards, it hurt, because with the cortisone shot, it kind of froze me up for about 3 days, and that really stiff, frozen neck, feeling like my neck was kind of in a vice, yeah, that hurt. I won't lie. That was pretty miserable. But I was also experiencing some really amazing stuff at the same time, so miserable and amazing kind of outweighed each other to be pretty even. So I'd still say it was definitely worth it. I would say to anybody who's having this done, if you're having cortisone shots in the spinal area, here's a tip. They won't tell you that you have to do this because it's not required, but honestly, really. Take a shower the night before, or the morning of if you're able. Because if you're not a shower every day kind of person, you'll still really notice it when you probably can't take a shower for the next 3 to 5 days. Reason why is you're not allowed to twist, bend, reach, grab, lift things over 3 pounds for the first 3 days. For the next 2 days, you can lift things only up to 5 pounds. So when you think about reaching for all of your soaps and your shampoos and all that other stuff, good luck with that. And you might think, oh, well, that's suggested. No. At least if it was like my body took it, your vertebrae are pretty much frozen in the position that they're in, so twisting and bending just can't happen. Even if you want to try to cheat the system, no. Plus, it's not advisable, because when you do that, the cortisone can actually seep into places and seep out of places they shouldn't. So, anyhow, that's what happened. What has happened since then? Did it work? How much did it help? How much will it help? These are all questions I've been getting asked. So here we go. Did it work? Yes, with an asterisk. How much is it helping, and how much will it help? Well, when I first had the procedure done, I can tell you that I had some immediate effects. Those being, besides of course the stiffness of the neck from the procedure, but that's just an immediate side effect that can be undone. Anyways, the good side effects that happened. I've been having occipital nerve pain pretty much every single day to some degree since my fall. So 15 months of occipital nerve pain. For those of you watching at home who don't know what that is, it's basically right at the base of the neck. I can see it better here. Right behind the ear, where the base and the skull and the neck meet. That's right there. And it was on my right side, and some days it would be so severe that I just could hardly stand light or movement or sound or anything. And for 2 weeks straight, I was pretty much a zombie, and it was intense. I was queasy almost every single day for about a week and a half. to some degree because of the pain. So immediately after the procedure, though, didn't have that. I had a different kind of headache, I won't lie, but the intense occipital nerve pain, the stabbing in the base of my skull was gone. Now, has it reoccurred at all since the procedure? Yes, but it's anywhere from 40 to 60% of the time over the last only 3 days. It's been 2 weeks since the procedure, so all things considered, that's still pretty good. I can keep it down if under certain conditions. I haven't quite understood which ones trigger them yet and which ones release it yet, but I do know that certain things are relieving it, and I just have to figure out what those are, and certain things are causing it, and I have to figure out what those are. So there we go. Also, my doctor who performed the procedure is very encouraged that I would get any relief in that area, and if I get some relief, then eventually we should be able to tackle it and get it down to pretty much only 20% of the time, if that. So, yay! Other things that were really great after the procedure, as some of you know, I've been having problems with feeling in my hands. I still am having some problems with those in two different ways. One is a kind of cramped feeling, or like someone's pinching my fingers like this, not a sharp pinch, but like a grabbing it and holding on tight. And then sometimes it's also sensation and grip. Those problems have pretty much 90% of the time gone away. I've had tiny little symptoms of them, but they come and go pretty quickly. The one that's left behind is the rope burn feeling in mostly just these 2 fingers now, but it was all 3. And I would say it's now down to about 60% of the time, but I had a week, a blessed, beautiful week, where I didn't have any nerve impeded, I don't know the right word, sensations in my hands. It was pretty amazing. About day 3, I was holding my stuffed animals for comfort because it helps keep my arms in the right position. And I suddenly realized that I could actually feel the stuffed animal, like, for real. And I had forgotten what that felt like. And it was an amazing moment for me after 15 months to feel a stuffed animal for real. Like, what you feel against your face, that's not what I would feel against my hands. Because there was so much impediment going on in one hand or the other, and I had forgotten what certain things felt like. Have I noticed that in everything I touch? No, I haven't done a whole lot of touching around a lot of things, but I certainly find myself just massaging my stuffed animals now, every now and then, when I notice that I can feel it for real right now. I'm a little bummed that I'm still getting some of those triggers again in these fingers, but I'm working on it. So, the prognosis is still good, though, that those sensations were able to go away even for a short time, and it still is encouraging that they have not completely come back. They have come back for spurts, not for staying, whereas right after the fall it was like pretty much 100% of the time. At least those 2 major symptoms were constant. Now, they might have been a little different each time, like as to what kind of nerve impediment in my fingers, but to say that I can actually feel something for real is new. So, we're encouraged. The doctor is encouraged. My parents and I are encouraged that I'm even having some relief, even if it's maybe only 40 to 60% of the time. It's still 40 to 60% of the time. That's more than we anticipated. This will probably be about where I'm going to stay for a while. Physical therapy might help increase the amount of time that the nerve sensations are more normalized, I guess you could say. And they're hoping that I can start really seeing some real recovery very soon. So I'm already seeing some real recovery, I think. Yeah. So I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you, but I was so exhausted and stiff after the procedure for over a week. Honestly, I was pretty much sleeping the day away. I watched YouTube movies that people put up pretty much only because I couldn't get up and change the DVDs for about a week. Haven't gone to church yet. It's been 2 weeks since, or I've missed 2 Sundays. I'm hoping to be able to go this Sunday. And yeah, so anyhow, I've gotten a lot of questions, and if I missed one of your questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to try to respond to it, either in a video or in the comments below. So yeah, love you guys. Thank you so much for all your prayers and for reaching out, and for the few friends that have even come by so that I didn't have to hold a phone or text or anything like that. I really appreciate it. And also for those that did come by, thank you for understanding when I was kind of 3 sheets to the wind because of pain and medication. Yeah. So things are looking up, I think. It's still a recovery process, but it's in process. So there you go. Ta-ta for now. Bye.